Hello friends, welcome to my channel CG Vistar. We are meeting up after very long time and thank you first of all for all the lovely comments which you have wrote on my video. I'm glad my video is helping you out in some manner. Okay, my goal is to make the process of 3D animation and modeling very easy. I know I have not uploaded a second part yet, but we are doing it today. Okay, so I apologize you in advance for that. So let us move to the second part and see how we can convert the NURBS object to polygon object. Let's start. So this is where we stopped in our last video. We almost finished the lantern part. Okay. There are certain things which have left out. For example, you can say this is the nozzle where we can pour the kerosene or oil, and this is the pump part. Okay, I am not concerned with this thing. I have already told you in my last video how we can make this kind of string, okay, using NURBS. So let us quickly go through this part and then we'll do this part, and then we will convert the entire model from NURBS to polygons. Okay, I'll tell you later on why we need to convert a certain model from NURBS to polygon. Why not just keep it to NURBS itself? Okay, there are few disadvantages which I will go through in some time. Okay, so let us start. As you can see, let me go to my reference. Here you can see it is aligning onto an angle. Okay, it is not a straight, it is just aligning with the normal of this surface. So what you can do is just go to your front view or any other view, go to CV curve tool and start drawing a shape. Okay, I'm carefully drawing the shape. Okay, I'm not going too much into the detail part. Okay, I just don't want to make the video very long. Okay, I'm happy with this much. Then comes the main part. Once you have drawn the curve, just go to control vertex, right click and control vertex and start aligning the points. Okay, just select the outer points, go to scale tool, make them straight. Again select these things, make them straight. This will maintain a flow. Okay, this will maintain a flow. I'm not going to increase the CV or going to rebuild it. Okay, I'm just matching it as close as possible. I'm not going too deep into the realistic reference modeling. I mentioned this point in my last video also. Now also I will repeat the point. Whenever you want a sharp turn, you have to add 3 points in a corner, at least 3 points. Okay, so what I can do, I can right click and say curve point. I will add 1 point here. I will hold shift and I will add second point here. Okay, then I'll go to curves and I will say insert node. So this is my point. I'll select these things. Again I will go here and scale the point. And again I need here right click. I'll go to curve point. I will add a point here. Hold shift, add the second point, and again the same thing. I'll go to curve and I will say insert node. Something like this. Make sure they are perfectly straight. So you can just go and scale them in one direction. Okay, you can see I'm quite happy with the output. Okay, and this one will go here, something like this. Now if I go and shoot revolve, okay, see the pivot is automatically at the center of the scene. Whenever you create any kind of curve, the pivot is automatically in the center of the grid, okay, or the scene. So if I go here now and say revolve, see what happens. It is giving me a gigantic revolve around the pivot. So whenever you are drawing a shape off center of the grid, not in the middle of the grid, please align the pivot to the end of this curve. Okay, very simple. I can just press insert. Insert will help me to move my pivot. Okay, you can also press and hold D key. Okay, that will also move the pivot temporarily. But I will have press insert once. Then I can go to my perspective or front view, but I will go to the perspective view. Press C and middle click. Okay, see this. C will activate my curve snap, which I can see here. See, I have activated the curve snap, and middle click will snap the pivot and roll along at the edge. So I will just go here and align it to the end of the curve. Okay. And now if I go to my front view and I say revolve, it will exactly give me the look and feel which I want. See this. Simple. This detail, I'm not going into the modeling. We can do that in ZBrush or in Substance Painter. Okay, I will release a series soon on the texturing part. So this is done. Now first thing first, we can do the house cleaning. I will just delete the history. Then I'll go to modify, center pivot. Okay. Now I have seen many people, they just directly scale the model. They go here, I will take the curve. I will delete it. I don't need the curve. Now I will go back to the model. What people do, they go here, they rotate the thing and they start placing it like this. But it is not perfectly in the center. It is a bit of off center. Now see what happens. The normal of this and this are different. I can just go here and I can say like this. But still I'm doing it manually. Okay. I'm not going for the automated process. For this kind of alignment, okay, Maya have certain tools. Okay, now let me give you a pro tip. I know I want to align the pump or the nozzle, you can say, right around somewhere here on the surface. So go to modify, go to the modify tool, and here I have snap together tool. Now what exactly snap together tool does? It takes the normal of one object and the normal of second object and it aligns the object according to the normal of the second object. Okay, let me give you a demo. I'll go here. I will select the normal of this object which is pointing upwards and then I will select the surface. Okay, now this is the scenario and I will say enter. Okay, see, my alignment is done now. Now I can go here and I can just scale it to the opposite direction. I can just say minus 1, minus 0.813, whatever it is. I can just go and scale and I can bring it down. Okay, I have my move set to the object. The orientation is set to object. Okay, the pivot. I can go here. I can rotate this thing. I can go here. See, easily I have aligned the object the way I want. I can just scale a bit in. Okay, not too much. See, I'm not wasting time in these things. My main goal was to show you the tool, that is modify snap together tool. Okay, so till now here we are done. Okay, also I have a this thing coming out of this. So you can just simply take a cylinder from polygon. Okay, and we can just place it here. Okay, so let us not do it right now. Let me convert the model to polygon, then we will switch to polygon. Okay, now this is the thing which I'm happy. Okay, I'm happy with the model. Okay, so as you can see, I have kept this part also pending. So I will cover that in the polygon modeling. Okay, so now the main goal of this tutorial is to make you aware why we need to convert this thing into polygon. See, the very first important thing which we need to understand is there are no UVs on a NURBS object. I have many students who ask me, sir, why we cannot use directly the NURBS object. See, the logic is simple. If you want to apply a single color onto an object, you can go for NURBS, not an issue. But if you want to do a texture, if you want to do a painting, if you want to export it to ZBrush or any other software, you need to lay out the UVs of that particular object. What happens basically, if you select a NURBS object, if you go to UV editor, what you see is empty. See, I have a great template, something like this. That means you don't have UVs on your NURBS object. That means you cannot paint it on the UV. That is the main reason why we convert NURBS object into polygon object. Okay. Advantage of NURB is we can do quick modeling, and once the modeling is done, on single click we can convert the entire model to polygon. So let us do that thing. First thing first, I'll select the base. I'll go to modify, convert, then I'll go to NURBS to polygon. Okay, NURBS to polygon. Let me just reset the setting. If you go directly with the default setting, it have a type of triangles. So I'll get my model tessellated. It will be triangulated. Let me go and say apply. See, this is not the thing which I want. Let me minimize this. Okay. Let me go here and take it out. See, it is giving me a copy, but it is triangulated. So I will not go with this option. Rather than, what we can do is, I will just go to a simple option. You have to just click on the control points. Now what exactly control point does is, it will take into the consideration the U and the V spans of your NURBS model. Okay, it will take the U and V count of your NURBS model, and exactly it will place a polygon edge over to that object. So I will say control object and I will say tessellate. Done. Let me go to modify center pivot. Here it is. Let me apply smooth. See, I cannot tell the difference now between the NURBS and polygon. Okay. If you are planning to reshape the model, okay, then you can just preserve the NURB object, or you can add it into a layer. But I'm not going to use NURB, so I'll delete the object. I'll select this object and we'll say 0. Okay. Then I'll select these things, these things. And I'll go to modify, convert NURBS to polygon. Okay, you can do that simultaneously also by selecting each and everything. Okay, now this thing is black. So whenever you have an issue of black, just go to mesh display and say reverse. Done. Let me press 3 number key and give it a smooth. Okay, same with this, guys. Okay. Oh, I think I forgot to do the other side. Not an issue. I'll go here and I will say mesh display reverse. Now what I can do is, I'll select each and everything and I will delete the history. I've pressed the shortcut Shift Alt and D. Go here, press 3 number key, again press 3 number key. Now I want to duplicate this part. Okay, very simple. Say Control D for duplicate and give it a minus value, -1 in the Z axis. That's it. Why Z? Because I can see here, this is my Z axis. My pivot is in center. If I scale the object, for example, if I go to my scale tool, if I start scaling it into the negative value, it is going into a different direction, opposite direction. So that is exactly what I did here. I just selected the object. I press Ctrl D once. Then I went to my scale Z and I said -1. I'm getting this object. Everything is polygon apart from this thing. Yeah, this is not a polygon. So I'll go here, modify, convert NURBS to polygon. Again, same issue. Let me center the pivot. Go to mesh display and say reverse. So I have successfully modeled this thing. See, now if you want to do some modeling, okay, based on polygon, you can start doing it. But as far as model is concerned, I'm happy with this thing. Okay. So in my next video, okay, I'm not making this video very long. Okay, in my next video, I will start a polygon series and I'll just give you few tips and tricks how we can just do this kind of modeling, this holes you can say, okay, this kind of modeling. I will not use boolean as I'm against boolean. Okay, I have told in my many videos. Okay, I hate using boolean because it what you say, it destroys the flow of the model, the poly flow of the model. Okay, it keeps the model very dirty. Okay, so it is not recommended for such kind of models. Okay, yeah, one last thing is I forgot to do this thing. Let me just go here to create polygon primitive cylinder. Let me rotate it minus 90 degree, and let me pull it out, something like this. Okay, same thing. Then again I can go again to modify snap together. I'll select this thing and I will select this thing and I will say enter. That's it. I have this thing ready. Okay, then I simply have something to do the attachment here. Okay, so for this part, let me just quickly do a bevel plus for you. Okay, so what I can do is I'll just go here and I will do a circle. Let me increase the sections to 12. Then right click, control vertex, and let me hold this alternate ones. I'll do like this, something like this. Then I'll go to surfaces and I will say bevel plus. Okay, this gives me a surface which is already polygon. You don't have to convert bevel plus to polygon. Okay, then go to bevel plus and decrease the width and depth to 0.01, height to 0.1. Okay, then delete the history. Okay, and again same thing, go to modify snap together, select this thing and select this thing and say enter. We can say this is the nozzle pump. Okay, the height and everything you can adjust accordingly. So in this manner we completed the lantern model. Okay, now thing is you can start texturing. Okay, you can start layouting UVs. If I go to my UV editor, I can see UVs here now. See, it is not blank, it is giving me UVs. It is very big. Okay, so in this manner you can just go and convert each and every part to polygon and you can start texturing. Okay, my next video will be on polygon modeling series. I will model a asset. Okay, we'll start with the asset and slowly we'll move to character modeling. So if you like the video, then give a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and do subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you will not miss any notification. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.